What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. More Birthright coverage for you today. So we're going to start our series here as we are focusing overall on the aspect of Birthright of running a domain. So there's a couple of new or longer sets of information again on actions you can take as a domain ruler, and that's one of the things I love about this aspect of the game. It's not just a simplified, you do a few basic things as a ruler. You really can do quite a few different things here, and similarly, so can your opponents. And that really, again, adds to the complexity of it, but also at the same time, I think part of the fun is, who can really think and plan and strategize and really work on growing their domain. So we'll start the actions in a separate video. Today, we just want to cover some basics. So again, domain actions, we'll talk about the domain turn in another video as well. But, you have basically 3 actions in a turn, and some of them are free actions. We'll get into that later. But you have basically 3 things to do, and you really got to plan not just for this domain turn, which about 1 month per action, but really you got to start thinking long term for your domain as well, and what you really want to accomplish in the long run. So actions are resolved during the 3 action rounds of the domain turn. Every regent may perform 3 actions per domain turn, not counting the free ones, following the sequence of the domain turn. So basically it has its own initiative order, which changes. So actions don't always automatically succeed, again, on a per action basis, right? Everything's going to be a little different. And if the roll is required to be higher than the success number, then the action succeeds. If not, it fails, and then the action is wasted. So basically you wasted a month of time on something, right? And success numbers can be modified in 2 different ways. First, the action may require a province or holding rating to be used as a modifier to the roll. So for example, to raise a province's level, it becomes increasingly difficult. So to rule a province to a higher level, base 10, it's then raised by the province's rating. So a regent trying to rule a 5 to a 6 must succeed on a 16, not a 10. So it's already harder, right? Secondly, you can spend regency points, but so can your opponents. A regent can lower the success number by 1 per regency point, essentially. So if you spend 10 regency points in the above example, you would drop it to a 6 up, which is a pretty good roll, but again, still gets pretty salty when you fail that and you just wasted a month, a domain turn or domain action, and then 10 regency points on top of it. So, right? Other regents who may be affected by the action may spend regency points to increase or decrease the chance of success as well. A regent who wishes to affect the roll must either rule the province in question or have a holding there. So you can't just randomly mess with other players. So, but again, that's where the complexity comes in. There's a lot of vested interests in a lot of provinces, and sometimes holdings extend across political borders, and it gets very interesting when you try to do things, but you have other people working against you, and really who's going to be able to succeed there. So, so basically, people can spend back and forth just to keep it simple. And the lowest you can ever rule something to is a 1 here as far as spending points. And then bidding process basically until everybody is done. So again, in the above example, an enemy region with a holding in the same province may contribute as many as RP as they want. So if they contribute 5, they'll bump the target number back up to an 11, which, a little more than 50-50. After everybody finishes bidding that can, the acting regent then rolls. Once it's rolled, no other interference can happen to change the outcome. So now that doesn't prevent, as it says, another regent from then taking their action to basically just undo what you just did. So that's where some of the fun gets in. So you have some aspects of like games like Monopoly and other similar things where you're working to build things and then other people will try and screw you over. But that is getting into just how a quick action sequence works. Next up, we'll talk about the types of actions. You basically have character and free and realm, and we'll then have that in a separate quick video for you guys, and then we'll actually start our series on the many different actions that you can take and how fun those can be. So thanks for watching. Comment, guys, like, subscribe, and we'll have more Birthright for you soon.